Classic 90s, The Kid's Guide to the Internet. So, I watched this a few years ago, and I remember it being pretty cringy. It's basically just, the dialogue feels really forced, and the way they just, like, kind of stare into the camera just felt kind of weird. So yeah, let's watch. And I know this is, like, the 90s, so there's going to be a lot of outdated terms, like, because the internet's a lot different now. Okay, let's watch. Diamond Entertainment Corporation. Adjust the VCR tracking for the quiz. Right off the bat, outdated terms. Does anybody know what a VCR is? I know what it is because my parents had one, but I don't. I used to have a VCR, but now I just watch everything on YouTube.
On your mark, get set. We're riding on the internet, cyberspace, sex free.
Did they just say sex free?
On your mark, get set. We're riding on the internet, cyberspace, sex free. Hello, virtual reality.
It sounds like they said sex free.
Appetite, searching for a website, a window to the world, got to get online. Take a spin, now you're in with techno set. You're going surfing on the internet.
Kid's Guide to the Internet. The Jameson Family.
Hey there, it's us again. This is my
Wait,
brother
again?
Peter,
Have they
Mom
done
and
more?
Dad, and I'm Dasha. Today, we're
Wait,
gonna
have they
be
done more 90s guides?
Hey there, it's us again. This is my brother Peter, Mom and Dad, and I'm Dasha. Today, we're going to be showing our friends Andrew and Lisa the basics of the internet, and we thought you might want to come along.
It'll be cool.
Now here's a little background. When we installed internet access on our computer, I got the whole family involved.
It's true. Everybody had their own tasks to do.
It was a lot of work, but it was really worth it.
Now that I've gotten on the internet, I'd rather be on my computer than doing just about anything.
It's
Well,
really
some things never
The
change.
internet gave us a whole world of exciting new possibilities. So I guess this is a story of how it changed our lives. Maybe it will yours too, with the Kid's Guide to the Internet. Take a spin, now you're in with the techno set. You're going surfing on the internet.
Are they going to do that intro every single time a scene
As Rich
changes?
told you, we installed the internet on our computer just a short time ago, and I haven't been able to get the kids off it ever since.
Yeah, some things never
They're
change.
typical computer games that all the kids enjoy, but their curiosity for learning has skyrocketed. Peter is constantly quoting sports statistics, and he can tell you the best surfing spots around the globe.
Not to mention the improvement in Peter's grades, and Dasha's too. Having the internet in our home has had a
I like how they were just talking about Peter, and then it's almost like they forgot about Dasha. They're like, oh yeah, and Dasha too.
Pay the bills in half the time it used to take me. And the kids are improving in their grades and communication skills.
Which makes me happy, as I would sure like them to go to college someday.
Don't worry though, it's still cool. The program is by kids for kids, and it's not just for boys either.
She's a laughter.
The net can entertain you and take you to far.
Why would you think it was just for boys? I've never heard anyone say that the internet is just for
I'll be
boys.
back to tell you how to safeguard your computer so that you can reduce your concerns about the kinds of websites your children can visit. You never can be too careful.
And to help out if requested. Though I doubt she'll be asked.
These children look nothing like their father, by the way.
Take a
The
spin,
mom has
now
some
you're in
explaining to
with the
do.
techno set.
Maybe they can use the internet to find their real father. They are going to use this intro every time. Jesus.
So, what's everyone up to today?
The scene didn't even change. They just switched topics.
Andrew and Lisa learn about the internet. She's trying to get Bud to get the internet at home.
Okay, now don't forget to keep it simple for your pals, you two. You guys have learned an awful lot, even though you've only been online a couple of weeks.
That's the great part, Dad. It's so easy.
Why is the internet in the middle of their living room?
Yeah, Dad, Peter doesn't even have to help me anymore. I did my report on the Mississippi River all
Look,
by
she's
myself.
leaning against the... Why is she leaning against the computer?
You know, I've been able to read some of my favorite cooking magazines online. I've even gotten some great gardening tips, too.
No wonder you guys are always so busy on the computer.
You're going surfing on the internet.
The friends arrive.
Come on in.
Yeah, we can see that. They didn't have to put a title card up.
Dad's just leaving, and Mom said we can have the computer all to ourselves.
Okay, these kids look more like the dad than these two.
Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Jameson. My mom wanted me to ask you guys to call her. She wants you to tell her more about the internet.
Stop
why
leaning
you
against the
like it.
computer. It's gonna break.
You gotta tell her that we really need it for our homework, but don't tell her about the games and stuff.
Even though we know that's what you really want it for. I'll tell you what, I'll call her. Now, you make sure
Dasha and Peter show you how they've done some of their school reports and not all that cybernet stuff, okay?
See you later.
Cybernet.
Early.
Bye. Take a spin, now you're in with
Come
a
on.
different set. You're going surfing on the internet.
Okay, guys, the first thing that you need to know is that the internet is amazing.
She's leaning against
and it's
computer
changing every
too.
day. Once you've learned how to get online yourselves, you'll start seeing
Also, I like how they're supposed to be friends, but they're all like different ages. I mean, her and her look around the same age, but this kid is like 14 and this kid is like 10.
TV shows have them, schools, Disney World, even the White House.
What's a web page? Something ducks walk on?
Ha ha, very
Sure.
funny. No, it's the name of the different sites you can look up on the internet.
Hold on, sis. Let's start at the beginning like Dad did with us. So Andrew and Lisa will be able to persuade their parents about the internet with some important facts.
Good idea, Peter, but where do we start?
Let's start with the
This
basics.
isn't how kids talk, right? Like, I know this was 30 years ago, so maybe it was different back then, but...
Surfing? That sounds pretty cool already.
Andrew, don't interrupt.
Yeah, shut up, Andrew.
There are news groups to share
Anyway,
information
this
with
just
people.
this is what I meant when I said the dialogue sounds
Email.
unnatural.
I heard that's really neat. My cousin has a pen pal in Sweden, and they write back and forth, and it transmits right away and doesn't cost anything.
Yeah, you can even talk with people all over the world on chat lines.
Don't they have chess games and stuff like that, too?
Yup, they got more stuff than you can imagine.
So, where should we start?
Websites of games and kid stuff.
Let's start with web pages. So first you need to know that everything on the internet has an address, and all web addresses start with http://. Then to access the World Wide Web, you type in www.
The World Wide Web.
And the next thing you'll type will be specific, directing you to a particular website, like MTV. Or you can just surf the net using a search engine to help
I
you
like how
locate
she tells
information
the mom
on
tells them
any
not to
topic you
go
can think of.
For
on
instance,
games
I
and
used
stuff,
the
and then
World
immediately they
Wide
go to
Web search
MTV.
the archives of the Smithsonian Museum a few weeks ago. I also had to do a homework assignment about the Wright brothers for a history assignment.
Can you show us what you found?
Sure.
Okay, here we go with the educational stuff. Smithsonian resources and tools. A mapping. Now people just use AI. Maybe you should make a tutorial like this with AI, like a guide about AI. So cringiness aside, this does seem to be pretty useful, like to teach kids how to use the internet. At least back then.
They called her the Kitty Hawk.
So that means we can visit most any
The
museum
Kitty
in the
Hawk?
world
Is that what you
without
just said?
even leaving home? Not just museums. You can go anywhere on the net and access resources from around the corner or to the most remote regions of the world.
Now that's amazing.
Andrew, don't
where can we
interrupt.
go?
Can you imagine they
Wanna
say that to
write
him
a
every time he
letter to
talks?
President Clinton?
Would he answer us?
Wait, what'd he say?
On the corner or to the most remote regions of the world?
Now that's amazing.
Andrew, don't
Where else
interrupt.
can we go?
Want to write a letter to President Clinton?
Would he answer us?
Probably
I
not.
bet he would.
I don't think he
Let's
would.
tell him how much we love the internet and that he should try to get more computers for our schools.
But how do we even look up the White House?
You type www.whitehouse.gov.
Is .gov still a thing? Vice President.
It looks just like it does in our history books, only it seems more real, like we're there.
Is this like sending email?
It is sending email.
She has such an attitude.
Mr. President, my name is Peter, and my sister is Dasha. Our friends Lisa and Andrew came over today. Sincerely, Andrew.
Please get
Lisa,
computers for our schools and make learning more fun.
Dasha.
Wow, that's really neat, but how can we get the internet on our
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna see that.
You're going surfing on the internet.
Also, back when
Remember how Dad
schools
said
having
we had to
internet
start with
was
basics first?
was
That's
uncommon.
true. Well, to get started, you'll need to get connected to the internet.
Now students have
You do that
Chromebooks.
through an internet service provider.
An internet service provider? What's that?
It's a service that connects you to the internet through special super high-speed lines. Your parents or teachers can help you figure this out for you.
The easiest way is to use an online service provider. They give you free disks to install, and it only takes a few minutes until you're online. And we can do it ourselves? Yeah. You'll be led through a series of screens for the installation of the software. They make it simple, and they even have a helpline if you get stuck.
It's weird to like imagine doing this commercial, teaching the internet, which was new back then, and then 30 years later, this video is on the internet.
And credit card information. Be sure to ask your folks for permission to use it.
They're not going to use. Oh, shit. Okay, they're using a real. That's not a real credit card number, is it? Credit card number, Rich Jameson. So they had a number, and then they just made the number the name.
If your computer is having other problems, make sure you get them fixed first. Otherwise, if you're having problems when you're installing your internet disk, you won't know where they're coming from.
So we install the disk and we could go online immediately.
Does your computer have a modem?
I think so. My grandpa bought it for us. It has all the latest high-tech stuff. It sounds like it should be pretty easy for you then. But you might get your folks to help just to make sure everything's working okay.
Yeah, because I remember when Dad installed ours, he backed up all of our computer data so that if there was a problem, it wouldn't get lost. And then there was something about fragments or something?
That's right. Dad had to defragment the disk too. I'm not really sure what that is, so you better get an adult to help you with it.
You're going surfing on the internet.
Getting online. Aren't they already
Now
online?
it's time to get online through our internet
Wait, hang
service
on. Did the
provider.
girl say that her grandpa bought a computer for her? I thought they were trying to talk their parents into letting them use the internet, but they have the I don't. Wait, so do they have the internet or not?
Here we go.
They have a
To get
computer, but not the
online,
internet,
we
I
need
guess.
to type in our password. Since your internet service provider is like your own post office box, you need to access it with your own private code. Now we need to open our browser.
What's a browser? It's an application that allows you to access all of the different information on the internet.
Microsoft Internet Explorer came with our computer, but you can download it by typing www.microsoft.com.
So what do you think is
Or
the
you can download the other popular browser, Netscape Navigator.
Netscape?
www.netscape.com.
Okay, so tell us.
what do you think is the like in-universe explanation for this? Like, obviously they're actors doing the guide, but they're playing like a family. So what's the in-universe explanation for why they're doing that? Someone just came in to their house and asked them to teach people how to use the internet, and this was on TV back then. Like when this first aired, it was on TV. So I'm just like I know they're actors. I know they're, but like what's the in-universe explanation for why the characters are filming this? Because nowadays everything is filmed, but that's not how it was back then.
What does download mean?
That's simple. It means to transfer a file of information from a main computer or server to your computer. So once you have loaded your browser or already have it on your computer, you'll open it and it will give you a selection of search engines.
What do search engines do?
They search the net looking for the information you requested.
Cool. So that's how you get connected to the internet. And the search engines will show us all the millions of pages of websites and chat lines and games and everything?
It's all right here at your fingertips.
How do we
That sounds
decide
dirty.
which search engine to use?
They all have similar information, but they organize it differently. Everyone has their favorite, right, Peter?
Yup, the search engines identify different categories and topics. When you decide what you're interested in, you click on the topic from the menu, or type in a specific web address or word to identify a particular topic. Then the search engine links you to your selection.
Yahoo!
So it's
That's
the
still a
search
website
engine,
today.
right? Can we look at it?
Sure, we just click on it and the next thing you know, we'll be surfing the net.
Surfing the net. A lot of outdated terms in
Look at all
this.
the choices.
I used to.
Let's look at Yahooigans for kids.
Andrew, don't interrupt. I like how they keep using outdated terms like surfing the net.
Okay, so where would you like to go now?
Surfing the net.
Okay, first we need to select
Andrew,
the
don't
topic
interrupt.
from the menu.
Meet your new
Where
class.
would you like to go?
Let's check out astronomy.
Andrew, don't interrupt.
next?
I need to do a school project on ancient Egypt. Would they have anything on it under countries?
Let's see. First we check around the world. Next, countries.
Art soup? What the hell is that?
There it is. Egypt.
Amazing. They have everything I need. Look.
How do you know? You're not even looking at the computer.
Can we try it?
LISA, right?
Right.
Okay.
Can we do something fun? Maybe play a game?
Well, let's bookmark the page so we can find it real easily. Let's go back to the Hooligans homepage and find a game.
They sure have a lot of them.
Too bad we don't have time to play them.
You're right, Dasha, but the tour was awesome. I can't believe how easy it is to surf the net.
Quick review.
So let's review a few of the concepts we've been working on, just to make sure I understand them. First, we need to get an ISP, or Internet Service Provider. It connects you to the net through high-speed lines. Then, I download or install a browser that allows me to view all information on the net in my computer.
Right so far?
She's
Then
annoyed.
I open
Look
my
like she's
browser
annoyed
to
that they
choice of
interrupted her.
search engines that look up menus of almost anything I can think of, whether it's my project on Egypt or Andrew playing games.
It sounds complicated, but really it all happens behind the scenes, so it's easy for you. And you're right. You can find anything from planning a vacation to MTV or real-time live audio. The net is fabulous.
What are web addresses?
All
Wait, so he
websites
read the
have
they can read the
addresses,
title
even the
cards?
ones we just looked
So
at.
they can see
So
the
if
title
you know
cards.
the address of the site,
So are
you
they
wanna go
aware that they're in
directly
the
to
guide?
You just type in the address.
The web addresses follow a simple format.
As I mentioned before, they all start with HTTP as the beginning of their address. Then additional information helps the browser locate the address you've selected.
For instance, the other day we typed in the address for Cape Canaveral.
What's
Where
that?
did you get that?
We just figured it out. Look, I'll show you.
NASA Kennedy Space Center. Yeah, okay, the homepage.
A lot of addresses are easy to guess. If they're very well-known places, they probably just use their name. And then you only need the last identifier. The typical abbreviations go like this: .com for commercial, .gov for government, and .org for organization.
I can't believe how easy it is to get onto the internet. When you hear my parents talking about it, it sounds like it'd be so hard.
I told you it was cool.
I like how they give they tell you the sources they used.
News and current events online. Can you look up newspapers too? We always have a social studies test on current events.
Yep, the internet has news lines that give you up-to-the-minute information from the Los Angeles Times, CNN, the New York Times, and the Wall Street Journal.
CNN. I used to watch CNN 10 in history class. Star Wars Returns. That's probably referencing the prequel trilogy, right? Because this would have been around the time that came out. The Wall Street Journal. Okay, so Star Wars and the Wall Street Journal. So those things are still around today. Oh, January 30th, 1997. So we got a date.
And again, you should bookmark these locations.
So this came out in
so that you can
1997,
go to
I
them
guess.
really quickly, like we did before.
Hey, Andrew, what about that report you have to do in science class about light and what makes colors?
Oh, I was trying to forget about that.
Yeah.
But I think it will be fun to look it up on the net.
I just type in light and color and see what we
Why are
get.
they standing so close to it?
At least you don't have to study the anatomy of a frog like we do.
Why are you studying the anatomy of a frog? Are you gonna dissect it? What is a rainbow? Then where's the sun when you see a rainbow? What makes the bow?
frog too? I can get a head start on my homework.
I'm so glad we don't have to dissect them like they did in the old days.
The old days. Now they're in the old days. Version 2.0. Okay, so now they're looking up frog anatomies. Ew! That's gross. Oh, it's a frog. Oh, it's another frog. That's a...
Whoa, how'd you do that? Show me so I can come back to it later.
Lisa, either we're gonna have to get Dad to install the internet right away, or have Mom take us to the library to use it.
And I'm sure Mom will talk Dad into it, since she hates chauffeuring us everywhere.
And there's so much more you can do.
Hey gang, here's a cool site you want to check next time you're going to the movies. They have hundreds of movie reviews.
It uses
and
gang.
it's
It says,
free.
hey gang. Oh, he said movie reviews. So they had movie reviews on the internet back then too. We should look at these websites in another video
And
to
you
see
can
if they're
also check
still
out the
they still
latest on
work.
TV.
Nick
Nick-
at Night, cool.
I remember Nick at Night. I used to watch Nick at Night, so I guess that's been around for a long time. Adam's Family, It's Sullivan Show, Sherman, whatever that is, Phil Silver Show, Mr. Ed. Oh, Mr. Ed's right there. Hey, they're playing chess.
I'm going to a lawyer if I gotta swim all the way. Aloha, Wilbur. Look, no hand.
Look, they're using the same music they use on SpongeBob.
This isn't live.
It's all starting to make sense. You just typed nickatnight.com.
Hey, you said you'd show me the MTV website. Would that just be mtv.com?
Yep.
Didn't they go on MTV already? Online MTV reviews. 1996, the year in music.
Someone said you could order concert tickets over the web. Is that true?
Sure. My mom ordered tickets from the net to take me to the Russian ballet for my birthday.
And I hated it. Bush? Is that referring to... What is that referring I thought they were referring to George Bush. George H.W. Bush, but no, I don't think that's what they're talking about. Box office, jackpot, chat, corporation.
And here's another neat thing you can download off the net.
What?
Free screensavers.
Oh.
Please show me how to do that. I hate the ones we have at school.
Screensaver free. Ooh, that's nice. This is almost over. 5 more minutes, okay.
But speaking of parents, our mom is going to be here in a few minutes to pick us up.
Well, quick, before you go, this is one your dad will love. It's
Porn.
sports news, and they have all the latest
Oh.
stats and scores. My dad usually looks up www.sportsnetwork.com.
They're not talking about, like, internet safety, like, watching out for predators. I guess maybe that wasn't really as well known as it is
Put this on
today.
Dad. Then maybe he'll get us the internet at home.
And that's not the only site with sports information. There are tons of them.
But let's say I want to use email.
You know, email is still the #1 use of the internet.
They
It's easy to set up the email.
they did
program
use email,
provided
didn't
with your
they?
online
Didn't they
software.
email Bill Clinton?
And it's really easy to use, too. You just type in the name of the person you're sending it to and your message. What could be simpler?
And here are some places you can get free email. www.juno.com
Juno?
and
What does that mean?
www.mailzone.com.
No, everyone just uses Gmail now.
What about if I want to do my own homepage?
Now that's a big project. You'd better get someone to help you.
But you can get a head start at www.cnet.com, Central Hands Pagemail.html.
Hey guys, Andrew and Lisa's mom's gonna be honking any minute. Better pack up
Why don't we ever hear the door open? We didn't hear it when they came in either.
So, did you learn anything important today?
Wait, she just walked in. You didn't even hear the door open. Oh, maybe the front door is further away from the living room. Maybe that's why. I'd still like to know why their computer's in the middle of the living room, though.
Hey guys, Andrew and Lisa's mom's gonna be honking any minute. Better pack up your stuff.
Thanks, Mrs.
What
Hanks.
stuff? They didn't come in with any stuff.
So, did you learn anything important today?
Are you kidding? I can't go another day without the internet.
Yep,
Peter showed me how to look up all the
that's
information I need on my
similar to
school
now.
project about Egypt.
Great.
We looked up school stuff and MTV. It was really cool.
Well, good. I'm glad you got some of the important stuff done before you went to the games at MTV, Dasha.
We did, Mom. We looked all over Egypt, Cape Canaveral, dissecting virtual frogs. We've been very busy.
Well, I'm sure your folks will get it for you soon enough. I know we just love it. The kids are on it all the time between their homework and games, and I use it for new recipes and gardening tips. And Mr.
Didn't she say that
Jameson
already?
gets up-to-the-minute stock reports, and I could go on and on. But you better get going before your mom wonders what you're doing.
That was definitely cool. Thanks, dude.
Absolutely. See you on the net.
Call me the minute you get an email address.
Okay.
And Andrew, we can play interactive games on the net together.
Yes.
Bye.
Andrew, don't interrupt.
You're going surfing on the internet.
Oh, internet safety. Here we go.
As a parent, I've never been happier than when my children ask their friends over for an internet computer party. I'd like to add a word about safety, though. You have to remember the internet is not a regulated environment, so the quality and accuracy of various informational offerings can differ quite a bit. There may even be a concern if your children should access some of them. So, go online with them on the net.
Oh, they're not going to talk about all
Set your
the
Microsoft
internet predators.
Explorer browser to
I guess that
only
makes
accept
sense.
G-rated
That wasn't.
sites.
That wasn't. Oh, G-rated. So they're talking about inappropriate stuff that happens, but they're not mentioning the fact that some grown-ups can pretend to be children, so they can talk to other children. Maybe that just wasn't as heard of as it is today.
A virtual frog on the internet? Ooh. Oh, did you get those?
Okay, so you get the point. Yeah, so that was it wasn't actually that bad. It wasn't as bad as I remember. Yeah, there was some cheesy dialogue. It felt kind of unnatural, but I think it was pretty educational in terms of how to use the internet back then. I like how the kids kept saying that they can't go another day without the internet. Yeah, that's something's never changed. Okay, so what did you think of the video? What video should we watch next? Talk about it in the comments. See you next time. Bye.